go. Sorry about that. Had some technical difficulties. But we got it working. Anyways. Gonna continue on. Welcome to, before that, welcome to Justin's House of Games. I'm gonna be playing Telling Lies today. Gonna continue on in Emma's path. We'll learn more about her side of this whole story. Last left off learning more about her path. Like she met a doctor. And let's head on into the game. Okay, left off searching for the search term Mima. So let's see. Let's look up Mike. Okay, so only 2 videos we haven't seen already. Let's check them out. Turn the word Mike is said at 19 seconds in.
He was taking.
But we'll rewind it and watch from the beginning.
Yeah, well, Garen doesn't always know when a plane changes on the ground, let's be honest. He was taking up a number 2 spot, Mike. And besides, now, no one would believe I'm FBI. And what agent would beat up on a member of the group he's trying to infiltrate? Which is good, right? Look, I got an official reprimand, true, but I'm still in. Because they feel horrible about looking the other way about Ava and Peter. I was the only one who had the balls to deal with their dirty little secret. Yeah, I hear you. But remember, the long game's getting into Greenstorm. Oh, come on, you've never been close to flipping anyone near Greenstorm. No, wrong. I let myself get angry. Okay? Besides, there's good news that Karen's report failed to mention.
And what's that?
Ava's moving in with me. Well, yeah, because we get to split the housework. It's got to look like a real relationship, right? I got this all under control. I promise.
You sure about that? Okay, so this is sometime after a fight. Who this character is named David that was in, and apparently he was beat up by an FBI agent to make it look like he's not an FBI agent himself. It looks like Mike is said a few times in this video.
Mike, 3 things, okay? First, I want confirmation that anything they took from Peters, including all of the video, is destroyed. Not entered into evidence and not archived. I want it destroyed. Clear? Okay, second, this informant of yours, Dopey, he's trying my patience. Half his clothes look brand new, Mike. And the questions he asks, I mean, they're straight up pivoted to serve a judge. It's so obvious. You have to pull him. No, he is a liability. And listen to me. Where is this boat? Okay? Because I need to push them now, Mike. Now, while they're reeling over Peter. Yeah, don't lie to me, Mike. Come on. Yeah, and everything's legit because I'm not going to deal with any of this Donnie Brasco bullshit. Okay, good. Look, I'm sorry, Mike. We're getting to the hard part, man. And I'm getting nervous. I can't get tripped up here.
Interesting.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So his cover is, at this point in time, is on the risk of being blown by another FBI agent who messed up somewhere. And that's... anything else? Nope, no. Let's see. Let's look up Rumpelstiltskin. This is going to be interesting word to learn how to spell. Rumple. Still. T. Still. Skin. Ooh. 4 videos we haven't seen yet. Kind of lengthy, but that's okay. As this game, you'll notice a lot of references to like fairy tales, like Rumpelstiltskin, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, which I find interesting.
Do you know the story of Rumpelstiltskin? Hey, babe. You doing okay? Yeah, things are a little hard right now, honey. So we just have to be strong for Mama, you know.
He's talking to his daughter.
Okay, sure. Do you want one from your book, or? Oh, okay. I'll just, all right. Do you know the story of Rumpelstiltskin? Mm-hmm. Okay, sure, yeah. All right. let me see if I can remember. Okay, well, once upon a time, there was a girl. And she was the daughter of a miller, I think, which is a kind of farmer.
Yep.
She had the most beautiful blonde hair. It was so beautiful, it caught the sun like it was gold. It was so beautiful. Well, maybe she becomes one. Just wait and see. All right. So, her father, he liked to tell tall tales. Okay? And one day, he boasted to the king that his daughter was so talented that she could spin straw into pure gold. All right? And the king, he called him out on his bluff, and he summoned the girl, and he said that if she could truly make gold from straw, that he would allow her to marry his son, the prince. But if not, he'd chop off her head. Okay? Yeah, because he's a very severe king. Well, I mean, then she'll be a queen, and in the old days, most of the girls wanted to marry a prince, right? So, I like that. Anyway, the king, he locks the girl in a tower with a spinning wheel and a small pile of straw. And he says he's going to return in the morning, all right, to see if she has made the straw into gold. And the night passes, and in the morning, she's given up all hope, right? When all of a sudden, a little small strange man appears, okay? And he asks her if she has any wishes, and she says she wishes to turn the straw into gold, right? And so the imp says he can do such a thing, but first she must give him her necklace. So the girl gives up her necklace, of course, and the imp, he sits at this spinning wheel, and he starts to spin, and he spins, and he spins, and he spins, and he produces this pile of golden thread. And then there's this knock at the door, right? Because it's morning, and he just disappears, and the king comes in, and there's this small pile of gold, and he is amazed. The king is so amazed, but he's suspicious because he thinks this might be a fluke, you know what I mean? So he moves her to a second tower with an even bigger pile of straw.
Yeah.
And again, same challenge. Spin the straw into gold by morning, or off with your head. So the girl waits and waits all night long, and then again, just before dawn, that little imp appears, okay? And this time he demands her ring. So she, of course, she gives him a ring, and he spins the gold into straw, and then he disappears, and the king comes in, and there's this pile of gold, and the king is almost convinced, but for a final time, he throws her in a third tower with a huge pile of straw, and he says, you gotta turn this straw into gold, and he leaves. And yet again, just before dawn, that imp appears. But the girl, she doesn't have any jewelry left, right? So what's she gonna do? And the imp says, if you give me your firstborn child, I'll turn this straw into gold. And the girl, she's so terrified that she says, yes, of course, of course. And the imp, he spins the entire huge pile of straw into gold. And right before the king walks in, he disappears. The king opens up the door, and he's so excited, he can't believe it. And he says, truly, you are magical, he says. That's his voice. And then the very next day, the girl, she's married to the prince, right? And despite all the weirdness of this marriage, they actually really like each other. In fact, they fall in love. And 2 years later, that little girl, now a princess, is pregnant. Okay. Thank you for that. Now, in the summer, she gives birth to this beautiful baby daughter. Okay, but her happiness about this new little girl, it's short-lived, because guess who comes back? The imp. The imp reappears, and he says, I've come to collect my reward, he says. And the baby is mine. And the princess, she sobs, and she offers him like all the riches in the kingdom. But he insists. He says, I want that baby. And she begs him, please, to
trying to back her the deal.
The imp says, okay. If you can guess my name within 3 days, you can keep the baby. But if not, the baby is mine. as we agreed. And he leaves, and the princess, she is distraught. I mean, she immediately sends all of her staff and her servants out into the kingdom to figure out this little imp's name. But by midnight of that first day, no one's been able to track down anything, or the creature, or his name. And the imp, he appears, and he asks her, "What is my name?" And she guesses, "Is it David?" And he laughs. He says, "No, 2 more guesses." And he leaves. And the next day, nothing. Nobody comes back with any information. And he arrives again at midnight. And she guesses this time. No, it's not. He says, "No." Laughs the imp.
Hey, honeybee.
He says, "No." And
Good
he
to see
leaves.
you.
It's not Stephen.
How are you
And
today?
the next day, the princess is so upset.
Let me give you a shout
Because
out.
she doesn't know what to do. She only has one more guess, one more day. So she leaves the baby with her servants and she just walks into the forest because she's so worried she's going to lose her baby. And she wanders and wanders all day, and into the evening she wanders, and suddenly she comes on a small clearing. Okay, and a little field, and in that little field is a little tent, and in the center of it there is a little small fire, and she hides. She hides behind a bush. And out of the tent,
I'm doing pretty good. I'm
out comes the imp. And he's
playing,
dancing around the
telling
fire,
lies and-
right? And he sings, "Today,
just learning about
plans
David's family who's
tonight,
speaking.
tonight,
He's
the baby
talking to
I
his daughter.
take, the princess will never win the game.
And he's right now he's
for
telling a story about Rumpelstiltskin.
Rumpelstiltskin is my name." And smiling to herself,
Not sure the shout out
princess
went out or not.
runs back to the castle because she heard his name. And that evening, the imp arrives, right? And he's kind of gloating, and he asks her his name. And the princess kind of looks sad, she's kind of pretending to be sad, and she gnashes her teeth a little bit. But then she looks him in the eye and she says, "Your name's Rumpelstiltskin." And the imp, his eyes bulge, and he looks like he's gonna burst, and his head goes, red. He shakes it like he's gonna explode, and all of a sudden it's, "Oh, do you think he should?" Okay, well, then Rumpelstiltskin ran away, and he never came back. And the princess became queen, and her daughter grew up to be a wonderful queen in her own right, and everyone lived happily ever after.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah. That's a good question. I don't know, maybe he was lonely. It's just a story. You do?
We'll begin to like the other
I
side of this
guess,
conversation soon
now
enough.
you mention it, most of the people in the story were bad. You would? Okay. Well, honey, I have to go out, I'm afraid, so. But yeah, hey, you got your glowworm, right? Oh, I love that name. That's a great name. All right, come here. Give me a kiss, real quick.
Not sure if my shout out to you went out or not. I
Love you, kid. Night, night.
If anyone new in the chat, you should also check out Honeybee. She's an awesome person. One of many. This looks like the other half of the conversation. Yep, looks the same day. So here's David's daughter that's going to be speaking. Just rewind the video.
Dada! Mimon's very sick. I tried to go in a special bed, but Mommy yelled at me. That's what the doctor said. Are you gonna tell me a bedtime story?
Again.
I'm pulling my book now. Make one up. Rumpelstiltskin? No, can I hear it?
Wait, I thought I would be able to see the shout out. Oh well. Anyways, if anyone is new in the chat, we're just playing Telling Lies. Right now she's listening to Dad talk about Rumpelstiltskin, as we just saw.
And does she want to marry his son? I don't want to get married to anybody.
I was saying before, like, this game has a lot of references to fairy tales, to, like, Rumpelstiltskin, as you've seen, Snow White, and Seven Dwarfs, Sleeping Beauty. And from a past dream, she played a song from the Disney's Sleeping Beauty, and it was an elementary recital that she was in, which I find interesting, like how about all the references to fairy tales. Interesting, you know, figuring out why so many references. Got a nice little horse and lamp behind her. So how's everyone's day been doing so far? I know honeybees have been doing pretty good.
My teacher is pregnant. She last touched her bum. I asked where she got it, and she said, mind my own business.
kind of would be a little snappy as a kid, but understandable. They're still talking about Rumpelstiltskin. Having technical difficulties trying to get the stream up, so I'm going to be making it up and going.
Steven!
Making it up as like going 10 minutes over the usual time. Okay, 7 minutes. They're almost done with the video. Slow fast forward. Hello. This is just her listening to the story. Okay, so then.
Does he explode? No, he should just go away and never come back. That was a good story. I guess being queen would be good. What do you think the emperor's going to do with the baby? Was he going to eat it?
Well, knowing how dark fairy tales can get, probably.
What did the story mean? At school, we have to write the author's message for every story. Was Rumpelstiltskin the bad guy?
I think the message for Rumpelstiltskin is
If I was queen,
be careful who
I
you
would
make
chop
deals
off
with.
their heads. I'm tired.
And be careful of what kind of deal you make.
Maybe.
I think that's the message of Rumpelstiltskin. Be careful who you make deals with and be careful of what you deal.
Night night.
Okay, there. Okay, so we got this.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Let's see here. Got another video.
miss you too, babe. Sure. Yeah. Rasputin? Oh, you mean, Rumpelstiltskin?
And he's talking to his wife right now.
Okay. Is Mama still there? Okay. I guess I'll, speak to her later. Okay. So, once upon a time, there was a girl who had long, long blonde hair that people said looked like gold. Yeah, sure, why not? There was a girl called... Okay, so Emma, she has long blonde hair, and she really wants to marry the prince. But she's just a farmer's daughter. Well, one day the king comes riding through her village to water his horses, and she hears about it, and so she urges her father to go to the king and boast about his daughter and her long, beautiful hair. And while he's doing that, she quickly throws on some of her best jewelry, but when her father stands before the king, he gets really nervous and he misspeaks, and he tells the king that his daughter can spin straw into gold. And the king is intrigued. He asks the girl to confirm, is this true? Can you spin straw to gold? But she wants to win the king's favor, so Emma says, yes, I can spin gold from straw. But the king's no fool. So he decides to call her bluff, and
Interesting
he proposes a challenge.
He tells
If you can turn straw into
tells
gold,
the
you
same
may
story
marry my
twice.
son, the prince. But if not, you will be exiled, which means kicked out. Well, Emma, she's unable to refuse such an offer, so she accepts. And the king takes her to his castle, and he locks her into one of his towers. And there in the tower room is a spinning wheel with a large pile of straw. And he says he'll return in the morning to see if she can actually spin this straw into gold.
Yep.
Well, Emma, she spends all night trying to think of some excuse or, clever way to get out of this situation. But as dawn approaches, nothing. She really starts to worry. And that is when a strange man appears. And he asks her if she has a wish. And she says, I wish to turn this straw into gold. And he says, I can do that, but you must give me your necklace. Well, the girl quickly takes off her necklace, and the imp sits at the spinning wheel, and he starts to spin and spin, and he spins all of the straw into a large pile of golden thread. And then there's a knock at the door, and the imp disappears, and the king comes in, and he sees the small pile of gold, and he's amazed, but he's a little suspicious. So he moves the girl to a second tower, and this time there's a much larger pile of straw. Okay, and it's the same challenge. You spin that straw into gold, marry the prince. If not, you're kicked out of the kingdom. And yet again, just by morning, the girl, she waits, and again, there's nothing. She can't do it. But right then, that imp appears again. And this time, he asks for her ring. And so she gives him her ring. He sits down, he spins that much larger pile of straw into gold, and boom, disappears right at dawn, right before the king walks in, and he sees this larger pile of gold, and he's almost convinced. But for a final time, the king moves that girl to a third tower, where there is a huge pile of straw. And he locks the door again. And yet again, just before dawn, that imp appears. This time, the girl, she doesn't have any jewelry to give him. What can she do? Well, the imp, he smiles, and he tells her that if she will give him her firstborn child, then he will spin the straw into gold. Well, Emma, she has no option but to say yes. So the imp, he sits at the spinning wheel, and he spins that huge pile of straw into golden thread. And he disappears right before dawn, and the king walks in, and he opens the door, and the king is amazed. He says, I thought you were lying, but you are for real. And the very next day, the girl is married to the prince. And on her wedding day, she smiles wider than she's ever smiled before. And her hair shines like gold itself.
And then forgets
And a year later,
the
Princess
deal she
Emma
made.
gives birth to a beautiful baby girl. And later that week, she's putting that little baby into a cot when suddenly that little man appears again, that imp, and he says, I have come for what is mine, the baby. And the princess, she begs and begs and please, no, don't take my baby. I'll give you anything. She offers him all the riches in the kingdom. She offers him everything, but he refuses. So she gets on her knees and she pleads, please, please, I'll give you anything. And she says, okay, if you can guess my name, I will not take your baby. But if you cannot, the baby is mine. I will give you 3 guesses. And then he disappears. And the princess, she's terrified. So she calls in all of her staff and all the spies and the soldiers or anyone who has a horse to go and scour the kingdom to figure out this little imp's name. And the next day, the first spy returns and he tells her, oh, okay, sure. Okay, Daniel. So the imp appears and he asks if she has a guess, and she says, Daniel? But the imp laughs. Wrong! 2 more guesses. And he disappears. And the very next day, another spy returns. But this time he says that he's heard villagers talking about a strange man who lives in the mountains. Now, No, honey. That would end the story too soon. You know, a little too soon. Ah, okay. Well, okay. In that case, the spy returns and says Rumpelstiltskin is this strange man's name, and the princess waits in her room, and at midnight the imp arrives, and he says, now your second guess, and he cackles, he's gonna rub in his hands, and the princess smiles and looks him in the eye, and she says, Rumpelstiltskin. And the imp is amazed, and he's so surprised that he faints, like, right in front of her, and Emma has him arrested, thrown in the deepest, darkest dungeon, and she lives happily ever after, and the end.
A unique take on the story.
Good night, I love you. Hey.
It's an interesting take on the story and why he had to tell it twice. Wonder why that is. We'll just bookmark this. So we can keep track of it. Hope the day's been going pretty good. It's been pretty good for me. It's a bit cloudy outside. Almost at the beginning. So here's the second half of the conversation.
Rumpelstiltskin.
So it's gonna be a shorter version of the story. And it takes a while to rewind. Almost there. Okay, so here we go.
It's Daddy.
There's his wife.
Ah, I miss you.
Okay.
I'm very tired. Can I have a bedtime story? Can you tell me Rasputin again? Yes, that one. No, she went to her room. Can we give her a name? Emma, like Mama.
Let's try this again. I'll figure out the shout out a little later. Thought it was supposed to work, but okay. We'll fast forward to this, so there's not much talking in this video, since she's just listening.
Daniel, like Mama's papa.
Stuffed tiger.
I'm getting tired.
Okay. Let's see.
That was a good story, but I am very sleepy now. I love you too, Dada.
Okay. So.
Rumpelstiltskin.
So we've seen all of the videos, so let's look at barbecue. And there it is. 2 videos. (11/05, 2017), 6/24, 2018.
We could have a... Oh, Christ, you look worse than you said. David, take the weekend off. Come home. We could have a barbecue. You said this job was safe.
Okay, so this is after the fight.
What did you do?
He's just now seeing his bruises on his face.
A man died in my arms at work today. Yeah. Me too. It was a shooting. 2 guys arguing, one pulls a pistol. He was stage 4 hypovolemic shock when they brought him in, but he looked at me, just locked eyes with me, just right as he died. I felt so guilty. Jesus, David, people die just like that. Mama's getting worse. She was giving Alba a bath last night while I worked late, and when I walked in, she was watching TV in the living room. She'd forgotten about Alba. Alba was okay, and she was in the bathtub playing with her toys. The water was cold, and she was a prune, but I don't think she picked up on how bad it was.
Yeah, right now there's...
No, I am. I get it. David, there's things about my
Alba's
mom
grandmother has
anymore.
dementia.
And
And it's
she walked in
progressing.
the bathroom and realized what she'd done. She started crying. Then Alba started crying. It was, it was a lot. Yeah, well, maybe you shouldn't have left us alone. Are we having a fight? We never fight. Because you always give me that look you're giving me now, and I know better than to open my mouth. No.
Interesting. I'll be writing this and bookmark it. Okay. Almost at the beginning. Here's this takes place a year later. from the previous video.
Mama! Are you at Mima's house? To help remember her? Mm-hmm. Mama, this barbecue is lame. Daddy's cooking tofu dogs and I hate them. I want real sausages! And the other children are older than me. They keep telling me what to do. Sure. Here's Daddy.
Well,
Okay.
Emma's the wife, but Alba's the daughter.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, this is... There's like three... I'm like going towards Emma's path to learn more about her, and...
You're not keeping any of it, or?
But yeah, Alba is the daughter that you just saw.
Alba's enjoying the barbecue, and everyone's here. Oh, here, hold on. Hey, everyone, say hi to Emma. Hi, Emma. Look at that. Oh, the weather was so nice. Okay, and she's my kid too.
Mama, this boat.
Okay, so we got that. Anyways, the story so far is David is an undercover FBI agent who was assigned to infiltrate a environmental group, and so far he ends up getting one of the members pregnant, and so he's juggling and talking to his wife and dealing with another pregnant woman who he ended up with. Okay, let's see. Yep, the scandal. Let's see, Sail. I don't know if I've seen this. Okay, I've seen that already. I've seen Thanksgiving, how about Valentine? Okay, so here we are. And the scandal gets even juicier.
Just in time for Valentine's Day.
There's a second woman that he's been looking at, dealing with, who's a cam girl. So yeah. Scandal upon scandal.
Hey, Davey. It's my new look. Just in time for Valentine's Day. It's the busiest week of the year. New girls get all the traffic, so it's a new me, a new name, a new look. I'm athletic and sporty. This one plays a little too young for my taste. See, I add blonde to my tags and 100 guys show up asking me to call him daddy. I am no longer French. If it helps, my mother was French. Most of it is her story. I inherited and put it to use.
Yes.
There is no loyalty in this business. You all like fresh meat. And you don't tip enough to be a regular. Don't be mad, David. I mean, we're still here, talking. I like hanging out with you. But there is a limit to how deep we go on here. I'm behind this glass right here. Do you see that? And this is fantasy land. Anyway, you are a good guy. I actually like you. Can we start over? How was your day, honey? Don't be angry. Sound mad.
Davy.
Well, tell me about it. You gonna arrest him? One less creep in the world to start. You told me this so I could talk you down. Well, why not do both? Beat his ass, and then put him behind bars. Or option C, we play around for a bit. And relax. No, you really want to be a regular. We need to consummate this thing, Davy.
Interesting. So this looks like the other half, I believe. Nope. Different day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Okay.
So, did you get my gift? Yeah. Go on, open it.
Wonder who he's talking to.
Was it not your size? Yeah, that was because... Nice roses.
Okay, so he's talking to someone.
What the hell are you talking about? You're my wife. You know what? Look, I'll visit again soon, okay? Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it does. I will. Love you.
So he was talking to Emma. Okay, so this is the conversation.
Oh, happy Valentine's Day. Oh, is that what this is? Alright, let's take a look. Really? No, I'm sure the size is fine. What, am I supposed to wear this on camera for you, or what? Wait for your next royal visit? Last time you were here, we didn't even screw. Look, I've made peace with this. I've made peace with the fact that you're off on some crusade and I'm making do, but don't pretend like, don't send me lingerie. Oh, God, someone left them for me at work, okay? Don't look at me like that. That's the way Papa used to look at Mama. It's poison. And Mama has been entirely dependent on me for love for 30 years, and I'm not gonna do that to Alba. Look, I'm not talking about any, just don't send me underwear. Okay, well, give us a warning next time, because it freaks Alba out when you just show up. Okay, I gotta go to work. Happy Valentine's.
Jesus, you're a fucking cat.
Ooh.
Let's get you out of the way.
You'll scare the crap out of me. Nocturnal animals. So yeah. Another trophy, animal logic. Let's go back to Valentine.
Oh, happy Valentine's.
Here's this. 2014. Same day as the previous two.
Valentine's, and I thought it'd be.
So let's see what this will tell us. Let's see here.
Hey, Boo. Look, Ava, Eric told me what he did to you, okay?
So he's talking to
Well,
Ava.
he told me that he drugged you, and then he made videos. Why couldn't you tell me this? No, what Peter did was wrong, and he belongs in prison, okay?
Ava's,
Okay, but what if Peter still has those tapes, Ava? No, nobody's pressing charges, and I'm not getting arrested, okay? I was protecting you.
Ava's the name of the girl, the woman who got pregnant.
You didn't open it. Open it. Open it. Yeah, it's Valentine's, and I thought it'd be fun for us to start living together. Or at least for you to feel comfortable to call my place your home. So. I know you are, and you deserve to be, okay? You deserve everything in this world, Ava. And you deserve sesame tofu and Singapore noodles if you want to come by for dinner tonight.
Noodles sound good. Sounds good to me. Yes. 2002, February 19th.
Well, happy. Hi, yoga tits.
Yep.
I'll warm up quick. You did? Okay. Well, happy belated Valentine's, you know. So wait, you do like it though, right?
How many presents did you give out, David?
Wow. It looks great. Yeah? Well, I knew it would look good on you. They said it's real hair, so it has a nice feel, doesn't it? You know, went over there and spoke to him. It escalated. Well, there they are. It's the police that come to take me away. So, just promise me you'll visit me in prison.
Just in case, so let's see. Let's go. Hey, hun. Enough. Did I type that in right? Okay, there we are. Okay, seen that? Just these two. 2018.
Hey, hon. Good, thanks. Alba went down early, so I'm just winding down. It's a lovely night. Oh, well, at least Michigan has weather. That must be exciting.
Yep, we have weather. We definitely have weather.
I don't know. Why do pigeons always fly upside down over Detroit? How do you do it? These people you're with, they've known you for months now. And when they look into your eyes, they see a friend. So how do you return their smiles and laugh at their jokes when none of it is true.
It's one of the reasons why I would never be able to be an undercover agent. Just couldn't do that to someone.
Wow. If it's that easy, then you could do anything. Have you slept with anyone? No. But we both lied about Paul. That's Mama, I gotta go.
Interesting. 4/25, 2018.
Hey, hon. The operation is to extract you and give you a credible story. Personal drama is one way to do that. Mike has more experience of this stuff in his little pinky than we do in our whole bodies, okay? He has the long perspective. He sees the future. Do you want to continue this at your apartment? Listen, I'm sympathetic. It's hard to build up a cover like this and then say goodbye to it. Or her. You know how many people I've slept with to establish a cover story? I've been this close to lodging an internal complaint on this mission, but I don't want to slow my career down, and Mike's the kingmaker. If the public ever caught wind of what we've been doing here, is that what it'll take to get you out? Does Emma know you're screwing your mark? Oh, I don't have one, David. Ambitious female agents don't get to tick that box. By the way, that place has terrible coffee. Fidelity, integrity, bravery, terrible coffee.
Is there a... David, what are you doing? Let's see, my kid, let's look that up. We've seen that. (8/22/2017).
Okay, I'm gonna pull the tooth now. But my hands are shaking. Yeah, well, it's different when it's my kid. I've never pulled a tooth out before. Yeah, but it's easy for you to say you're 2,000 miles away. But you just be there for support. All right, here we go. Okay. All right, here we go. Oh my God, it's slippery. Shit. If she wakes up, she's gonna be terrified.
Why don't you just let it come out naturally?
Okay. Oh God, it wants to come out. Oh God, it's so small, it's hard to grab. I need smaller hands. Shut up, I told you, don't talk. Oh God, damn it. Oh God. Okay, shh. Come here, babe. Okay. There we go. All right. Okay, this is it. Oh my God. I got it. What?
Yeah, she was having a loose tooth.
Alright, you can go now. Isabella wants to go to sleep. Maybe have a big glass of wine. Probably just go to sleep.
Kind of careful not just let the tooth come out.
I
Really.
just pulled a tooth out of our sleeping daughter's mouth, and in about 6 hours I'm gonna have to wake up and go wait in the bathroom while she does a crap, because ever since you've been gone she started having that bathroom ghost nightmare again. When I'm in the mood, I'll let you know. Or I'll just put on some Justin Timberlake and have a nice visit with my Hitachi. Father John Misty, then? Yeah, well, I fell for you because you looked good in a suit. My vagina's superficial.
Okay. So that took place.
Yeah, well, it's different.
Alba was having a loose tooth, and this February 28th, 2018.
Shout with my kids and my hookup.
Not sure who this guy is.
Hey, David. Yeah, I almost didn't recognize you with the beard. Well, it looks good on you. I stopped using this account for business a little while ago. I'll use it to chat with my kids and my hookups, so you were in very privileged company here.
Is that so? Ah.
Chat with my kids and my hookups, so you were in very privileged company here. One of your friends. That's good. Yeah, I like your movie money. It smells so clean, you know? What do you need? Sure. I can help you out with that. When do you need it? Tomorrow? Wow. No, man, I mean, that's just really short notice. Like, it's just, no. It's just, I gotta pull it together.
Oh, yeah?
It's gonna be like 50 per.
I have to look it up because
no.
He looks familiar, but I just can't remember where I've seen him.
I can see what I can do, but I mean, come on, can we just at least call it 45? Okay. All right, thanks, man. I appreciate that. That's good. No.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
All right, I'll be there. Or something nice? This doesn't look good to you? Go to hell, David Miller.
Okay. See there. So. Okay, so this is the other conversation. Oh. Okay.
Hi, sweetie. Yes, I'm just going through all her old things to see if there's anything special we want to keep. Yeah. Hey, you know, she had a lot of photos of you. She really loved you. Like, this is my room that I lived in when I was your age. These are all my old tennis trophies. Maybe you'll win some of these yourself someday. I think she was happiest when I was a little girl. She always loved to remember that. How so?
So this is probably her mother's, Emma's mother's room. And her mother was
You
so...
remember to tell them that you don't like that, okay? Don't let them push you around. Where are we going? Oh, no, sweetheart, it's okay.
So she's talking to Alba.
Hey, it's okay. Just clearing out all of Mama's old crap. She kept everything. She has all my old yearbooks. Feels invasive, going through all her private stuff, her bedroom. I don't know, it's just all personal things. Her underwear, her hairbrushes, her diaries. No. Hi, everyone. Did you really need to do that? You told me you were gonna have a quiet weekend at home. Now you're showing off my kid for all your work buddies. The weather's always nice in California. Look, I got a lot of boxes I gotta fill. I gotta go. Oh, now you're showing off.
Okay. Let's see. Clean. Let's look that up. So that noise is in the game.
Clean and empty.
Yeah, so then this, we'll just see this again. This is Eva, one of the other girls.
This is weird. Where are your hands? Please keep your hands in view at all times.
She's talking to David at this.
There we go. I'm just about to lock up. I hate this bit. No, I don't mind that. I don't like the dark. It's creepy when it's just me.
She works in a record store, vinyl store.
Okay. Okay. Got my keys. All right. 1, 2, 3. When I turn this last one off, it goes completely dark. 4. Okay.
Disco ball.
By the light of the silvery moon, I want to spoon to my honey out croon, love's tune, honeymoon, keeps it shining in June. Your silvery beams will bring love's dreams. We'll be cuddling soon by the silvery moon. Funny. I only sing when I'm in the dark or in the bath. All right. Maybe.
So that's Eva, who doesn't know that David's an undercover FBI agent. Let's see this. Okay.
I thought you... Don't you get... Alba needs me. Okay, you need me. I've always protected you. Yeah, I killed a man to protect you. No, he hurt you. No, I've never. Why are you doing this now? Stop. Just stop. It was a clean shooting. Why not?
Okay, so that almost started paused or something. Okay, let's look up. Died. Okay, so we got 3 videos we haven't seen. So while David's been undercover, his life's just been becoming a mess.
You again.
Bookmark this.
Well, you're scared of the dark. See, I told you, I warned you about that double espresso.
Seems like he could be talking to Eva at this point.
Understood. A nightmare which swims above my head, a ghost sits upon my chest. I'm drowning deep in my bed. Whoa, that was strong stuff. You used to sing that in your band? Oh yeah? What was your name? Oh. Well, that's adorable. I was at 16. I was getting pulled over for a DUI, but then running away from the cop and totaling my parents' truck. It was pretty bad. My father, who was a cop in his own right, he did everything he could to try to keep me out of jail, but he never spoke about it.
Yeah, it seems like he's talking to Eva.
And then I left about a week after that. And everybody had all these expectations of me going into the force, because everyone in my family's a cop. But it was actually the court-appointed therapist. She said that DUI
I don't think it's talking to Eva anymore.
Law enforcement. So. You know? You don't think I look like a cop?
Well, maybe he is.
Okay. So what is it you think I do?
I mean, I think he is talking to Eva.
No. Come on. What? You think I'm like a gigolo or something? No. No, I was a movie producer.
Sure.
I had a nice boat. I did. No. These were all like straight to DVD knockoffs. You know, we get people to invest in them so they can meet the actresses, you know, do a walk-on, write it off on the taxes at the end of the year. We sold, essentially, a dream. Well, yeah, because there's only so much time you can spend in that world before you go crazy. You know? And, a friend of mine died last year. It was an overdose. It was an accident. It was stupid. So, I just needed some perspective. And I don't want to become a cop. But my father... He stood for something. You know? Does that sound scuzzy? No?
So, I've seen the other half of this conversation in an earlier and previous stream, which I uploaded to my archive channel.
I'd like to be a real person. What about you? Your family? Was your mom like a singer or something? No? Oh, okay. I was thinking, you know, you, but older, kind of a grungy hippie look.
You're just joining in, we're playing Telling Lies. It's an FMV game by Sam Barlow. It was made
I feel like I can trust you.
Her Story and a couple of Silent Hill games.
Can I?
bookmark, yep, I bookmarked there. And here's another video with Elba.
Mima is very sick. They put a special bed in her room. And look, I still have my glow worms. Me.
It's the best way to manage the pain.
She's my favorite cousin. I never put her down.
I understand.
I remember that toy from the 80s.
Hey there, sweetie.
What's up, Doc? Do you think Mima is going to die? Is this one of the good lies you tell that make people feel bad? The doctor told me a funny joke. What time do you go to the dentist? 2:30. I'll tell Mama to call you.
And Emma hearing dad jokes. Let's see. 3/14/2018.
She died around 4 a.m. I asked the nurse to wake me if it happened. She was really in and out the last week, just under really heavy sedation. She never really woke up enough for us to have a final goodbye. We didn't talk about Papa. There was no deathbed conversion.
Yeah.
But, her lying there, it was easier to see her for what she was. She was a woman in a bad marriage who was just doing the best she could. David, I don't care about the funeral. We need to talk. Next time you're here, I want to be able to look in your eyes.
Okay, bookmark that. Okay, so we've seen all that. See, but yada. Pigeons. Just joining. Thanks for coming. We're playing Telling Lies. Right now we're doing the Emma Path, who's one of the characters of the game.
Why do pigeons always... Hey, honey, how you doing? Well, it's always a lovely night in California.
This would be David.
Want to hear a joke?
If you're just joining us.
Okay, why do pigeons always fly upside down over Detroit? Because there's nothing worth crapping on.
That's not entirely true.
Do what?
Okay, so we've seen there. So these are two of the one conversation. Okay, proud, so proud. One video. 3 minutes and 58 seconds. Okay, so looks like he's on the boat. On a boat. Let's see what this has to say. Bookmark this.
I'm sorry for what happened. You know, for all of it. I lied to everyone. The truth is gonna come out, but I need shit.
David's in trouble.
I'm sorry for what happened. For all of it. I lied to so many people, and maybe the truth will come out and maybe it won't. But I need you to know that what I thought I was doing this whole time, I thought it was the right thing. I really did, and I wanted you and Alma to be proud of me.
And a woman pregnant who thought he was someone else, not an FBI agent.
That night that we spoke of.
Lied to his wife about cheating on her.
I did wait in the car. I counted for 5 minutes because you were right. I wanted to save you. And
I do a lot of people.
when the 5 minutes were up, I got out and I ran into that room, and I'll never forget your face. The way you looked more afraid of me than you did him, man. I've never been able to shake it. I want Alba to grow up thinking that I was a good man. Please. Even if you have to lie. And I want you to know that you were loved. Even if it wasn't a good man loving you. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something to make it right.
And what's that, David?
It's 4 in the morning, babe.
Sorry. I don't have much time.
I'm going to bed. Come wake me up when you're done. You're a fucking vampire.
Texting something. That's interesting. Trophy, do you have a vampire? Let's see. Let's see here. Okay. That seems to be all of like what I can find for Emma. So wait, let's see. Nope. There's still more videos. There's
Paul.
Okay.
Hey, Laura. I wasn't expecting you. You feeling okay? Is Emma there, Laura? Or Emma hates Dennis.
Laura's the name of the mother-in-law, grandma, who caught dementia.
It's David. It's David, Laura. Paul. Yeah. Well, Paul was a bad man.
Congrats again, Spritzy, honeybee. I keep having terrible luck with that game.
Okay. No, it's fine. You know, you take care, Laura. Okay.
Okay, so here's the other.
Paul.
This is Laura.
Hello, dear. Did I call you or did you call me? No. She's at her tennis club. Don't be silly. Texas backhand, they call her. My little champion's going for All-State this time. Of course, she's gonna have to put the work in. You're too soft on her, Daniel. David, the new boy. Who was one before? Always brought her roses. Paul, that's right. He was always so polite. Always would hold the door open for her. I appreciate that. She's always bringing home these boys she meets at the hospital. And I tell you, every time there's something wrong with them, David seems dependable. He's handsome, too. Reminds me of you when you were younger and wore those sharp suits. Would you like me to have my daughter call you when she gets back?
Yep, the dementia's been kicking in with her. Yeah, let's see what this is. (7/15/2018). Got clean shaven David. What you looking at, David?
You know, we never talked about Paul.
Look there. So he's probably listening to someone talk to him. Wonder who's talking to him. Probably Emma. Fast forward a little bit. He seems to be just staring at the camera. Okay, so we got dialogue now.
I was driving past, I saw his car parked on the street outside. I went straight into the apartment. He was grabbing you, and I feared for your life. I love you.
Okay. Okay, so this is the other.
Here's Paul.
So here's the other conversation. This should be interesting to know what the story of Paul was. Bookmark this.
Alba has been playing Happy Families. That's your baddie house. She says you live there now with your baddie family. Kids are smart. Hey, let's play dolls. This is Emma. She's a 25-year-old nurse. Oh, here's Paul. He's an accountant. He wanted to be a professional tennis player, but he was only the 10th best tennis player in his state. So sometimes he hits people to make himself feel like he still has that killer serve. Emma meets Paul at work when he comes in to have a torn wrist ligament looked at. This is David. He is a gorgeous young FBI agent. Emma meets him at work too, where he is very chivalrous and steps in when a drunk patient in the ER calls her a bitch. So Emma stops dating Paul. She's dating David now. But Paul keeps getting drunk and calling Emma up and telling her that he loves her and sometimes that he hates her. And so David, wait a second. David starts watching over Emma's apartment. Every night after they go on a date, the handsome FBI agent sits outside in his car and watches over her while she sleeps. It's very romantic. David doesn't know that Emma knows this, and she doesn't tell him. But, you know, it does help her sleep at night. She feels safe. So, one night, after they go out for ice cream, Paul calls, says he wants to come over. And Emma tells him to come, thinking that David will scare Paul off, and that will be that. But when Paul turns up, David waits in the car. And when Emma goes to answer the door, Paul pushes his way in. He argues with her and he cries and he rants and he raves. And Emma gives him a hug because she's a nurse and that's what nurses do when men cry. And that's when David gets out of his car and comes into the apartment with his pistol drawn. And when he opens the door and he sees Paul and Emma, he doesn't look handsome anymore. He looks angry. Paul steps back and he looks scared. And Emma looks scared too. And David fires his pistol and he shoots Paul in the lung.
Wow, David.
It takes Paul about 10 minutes to die. Emma could have helped stop the bleeding and maybe he could have lived, but David tells her not to. It was unlikely that Paul would have made it. And sometimes David points out it's better just to let the bad guys die. After watching a guy bleed out together, they get married. That helps make things make sense. Even so, Emma is sure that she'll be scared of David forever and ever.
Messed up marriage.
You waited because you wanted to save me. You wanted to be a fucking knight in shining armor. You look so small on the screen. I love you, David. But I'm not scared of you anymore. Goodbye.
Wow, that was a big revelation. So that's what happened with Paul. Let's do one more video search. See if
Hi, Glo- Hello? I'm Ava. Who are you? Hi, Glowy.
Uh-oh.
A baddie?
Alba's talking to Ava.
Your daddy.
Jesus!
Oh no. Well, thank you for coming in, Honeybee. Glad you I was happy to see you. No worries, I'll check you out later. Afterwards, it's almost time for me to wrap up anyways, but thank you for coming. Glad you had fun.
Alba. Who are you? I'm Alba, and this is Glowy. Are you a baddie? You're in my daddy's baddie house.
Just finish us off.
Hey, babe. Oh, I'm in a hotel tonight. Yeah, something like that. Oh, you got Glowy though, right? No, you did? Oh. Well, hey, let me let me cheer you up with a joke, okay? Knock, knock. Alba. Alba right back, and you just stay right there. Emma. Okay. Emma, listen.
Phone. I'm back there with the telemarketer. And we'll end with this video.
Dada! Where are you? Are you on a Bay mission? Can't sleep when you're not home. I can't find Chloe. I lost her. Who's there? Alba who?
She was sleeping. For God's sake, David. You don't get to sneak back in like this. I decide when you talk to Alba.
Okay, that we'll end it here. Thank you for coming. And see you tomorrow with some more Red Dead Redemption 2.